is impossible.
Well, then that's what I'll tell the people.
Stop! We will not return to the stinkers, Mr. Strong. I'll not allow it.
Caldwell, what are you doing?
I've spent a lifetime building this company, bribing off the police, and paying off the political elites, and snuffing out popular resistance as if it were a naughty baby bunny in the palm of my hand. My right hand. I've centralized all power to a simple pinpoint spot right here between these two ears, and I'll not let some dreamy-eyed schoolboy ruin all that. Seize him!
Caldwell, don't do it. There's no telling what they might do to the girl.
It's just a chance I'll have to take.
He really is as evil as they say.
You think that just because I love my daughter, I'll stop clinging to tomorrow?
Caldwell, what are you saying?
I shut my heart off to love once, I can do it again. Cladwell! What are you doing, Cladwell? Cladwell!
Why did I listen to that man? Why did I listen to the nature of his plan? And when he talked, I should have fought, I should have walked, I should have ran. Why did I listen to that man?
See about these little disturbances and fit.
Yes,
The Federal legislature will need full authority for the coming crackdown.
And dirty my hands with this bad business, not in your wife.
Don't kid yourself, Finn. Your hands are as dirty as a child's after sandbox time. But don't worry, you can wash them soon enough. Wash them by the banks of the Rio del Rio. Now go. You come with me.
Why did I listen to that crook? A little bribe patch is all it really took. That's how that craven toilet maven made me cave in. I must know. Why did I listen to that crook?
Cladwell! You lied to us, Cladwell! You said one thing and you did another! That's what you did, Cladwell! That's what you did!
Hush now, young Bobby. You can't scream all the way down to Urinetown.
But Hope, she's still with the others. What happens to me happens to her.
What happens to you happens to all of us sooner or later.
And rather later than sooner, I'd say.
But not to Hope. Oh God, please not to Hope.
Now we finally got you. Now you're in our claws, captured in our city of laws. There's no trial or jury, nothing to discuss. Now the law is speaking through us. You'll get Urinetown, all when you do Urinetown, away with you to Urinetown. Now no more fuss.
Go of me! I have to save Hope!
There's no saving Hope now, Miss Pennywise.
There may be no saving you. Oh no? Then take that! And that! And this! And a few of these!
Why did I listen to that boy? He spoke of hopes and dreams that filled me with such joy. How can I know he loved me so? Was it for show? Was I his toy? Why did I listen to that boy?
So what's like in Urinetown? I heard so much about it.
Perhaps better for us to show you.
What's this? Where are we?
You, my boy, stand on the very threshold to a new world.
The door is in front of you. Step through, and Urinetown awaits.
Door. More like a railing. And pigeons? A rooftop?
And the drop.
A decisive drop.
I guess I still don't understand.
Never fear, the time of understanding is finally at hand.
Welcome, my boy, to the very gates of Urinetown itself!
Why did I listen to that cat? Why did I listen to my cat? I went to work for him, he said he was so glad. Was he sincere? Well, now it's clear. And now I fear that I've been had. Why did I listen to
That crook,
That's
Urinetown.
There's public amenity number 47. And there's the legislature, and there's my boyhood home. Why, we're just standing on top of the UGC headquarters building, and this is our town.
Yes, yes it is.
Well, then how can we be in our town and in Urinetown at the same time unless... Good God, you couldn't have!
Where you go then?
Wait a minute, you're just gonna throw me off this rooftop and that's supposed to be Urinetown? Death is Urinetown?
That's one interpretation.
Why did I listen to my...
There's no trial or jury, nothing to discuss. Now the law is speaking
Why did I
through
listen to
us.
my... Why did I listen song, and glad will see that he is wrong. Why did I listen to that? Why did I listen to that? Why did I listen to that?
A shovel and a mop, Mr. Barrel. You know the drill.
Oh, what's taking them so long?
They should have reached an agreement by now. Cladwell's not one to dilly-dally.
All night. And the sirens and the screams. Maybe they're celebrating.
Bobby won't let us down. He's a good boy, my Bobby Strong. If anyone can find the way to freedom, he can.
Otherwise, we kill the girl. Right. That is the plan.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now, shall we? Little Sally, what's going on up there?
It's... Yes? I saw Bobby.
Yes?
I don't think the meeting went very well.
Why do you say that?
Well... They threw him off a building.
What are you saying, little Sally? Who threw who off a building?
Bobby! The policemen, they threw him off a building. Oh.
The police threw Bobby off a building?
Oh, they couldn't have done such a thing. We have Cladwell's daughter.
They did. Is he all right?
Well, is he?
Oh, Bobby. The policeman came soon enough, but not before I heard his last words.
His last words?
That's right. It was about her.
Well, what were they?
They were. Tell her I love her. Tell her I'll always be with her. And I will see her in a better place where hope's always new. Ours was a short time. Ours was a love that never bloomed. Yet in that love there lives a brand new hope that's calling out to you. Its call is soft and gentle, tame and kind. It's docile and benign.
A pickle in a brine. What did I say? That isn't what I meant. I've lost my sense of scent. I fear my life is spent. No one is innocent.
No one.
No one is innocent. What did he mean by that?
I don't know. He started fading in and out after a while. It was a miracle he was alive at all. All was so horrible. Was he talking about me? How can he say I'm not innocent? Not innocent of what? Yeah, not innocent. Who the hell does he think? Please. Oh, please. There's more. He said, tell all the people. Tell them the time is always now. Tell them to fight for what they know is right.
I've lost my sense of sight, and yet I see them. I see them standing hand in hand. I see them standing hand in hand, and cheek to cheek and glad to glad. Still is hope, I see it in this land. If only.
Yes?
If only
expired.
Dead? That bastard Clapper lied to us. He took my Joseph. Now he takes my body.
Who will lead us?
We're lost. Lost, I tell you, the rebellion's over.
Destroy the show. Oh.
Well, what do we do now? I tell you what we do.
We do to her what they did to him. And what?
That's right. Do to her what they did to him.
You can take me instead.
Miss Pennywise?
Seize her! Yes, do what you feel you must, but please spare the child.
Hold, woman! You've been grasping and conniving all of your days. Why so giving now?
Because Hope is my daughter! And I am her mother! Yes, Hope, it's true. I am your mother, the one-time lover of Caldwell B. Gladwell.
Strumpet. Slattern.
Call me what you will. But it was during the stink years, you see. And none of us thought we had much time left, so many of us did questionable things. There was the looting, of course, and the hoarding. But there was also the fond farewells and the late-night trysts. Life was an explosion of riots and cheap cabarets and dancing girls.
And love?
Oh, yes. There was love. There was love like there was no tomorrow. Or there was no tomorrow. But there is always a tomorrow of some kind or other. After you were born, Hope, your father made me promise never to reveal my identity to you, or I was something of a strumpet, am I dead? But never in my wildest.
Enough! My heart is telling me many things right now, as you can all well imagine. But one thing is bellowing louder than anything else is that when there is wrong in the world, we must right it. Who tied her? Sorry. You did a wonderful thing by coming here today, Miss Pennywise. Mom. And if you can reform yourself, maybe we can reform a lot more than we know. Ladies and gentlemen of the rebellion, if you want to do to me what they did to Bobby, I wouldn't blame you.
Seize her.
If this righteous rebellion were to peter out in Bobby's absence, sending his memory into oblivion, I wouldn't blame you. All of you. Kill me and the rebellion dies with you. Let me lead you and the rebellion will triumph. Lead us?
She's mad.
Due to the very nerve center of my father's empire.
I've got a key.
The guards know not to question me. But once there, we'll question Daddy. Oh yes, we'll question him plenty.
But why should we trust you?
Because, Bobby, your hero, loved me. And I loved him. Oh, dear girl.
On behalf of the people of the rebellion, we might, in time, learn to love you too.
That's all that matters, isn't it? Love. Now let's go do to them what they were ultimately going to do to us. Saving water, man gives daughter up for dead. Play it on your Stradivari. We're not sorry, not a shred.
An absolute maze, that's what this sewer system is.
I'm going back down to give it another look. You stay here to guard the streets.
Mr. Lockstock, I've been meaning to ask. Do you ever have doubts about what we've been doing? About the killings and all?
It may surprise you to learn that sometimes I do. But the health and security of this community are my primary concerns, Mr. Barrow. I love the people of this town. Very much. Gladwell's edicts may be their only chance.
And I love you. that went pretty well.
You know, I'm perfectly capable of finding the legislature on my own.
No offense, Senator, but Mr. Cladwell didn't want you flying the coop, what with the coming crackdown and all.
And what if I am flying the coop? What if I'm on my way right now to an airport to catch the last flight out to Rio? What would you say to that? Huh?
Can I come?
Those who make dough from debasing, need erasing, need the knife. Let their blood flow like Campari. We're not sorry, hey, that's life. We're not sorry, like we're not sorry. They're rifles, just sports rifles. Upside down, but sorry. We're not sorry, safari. They're not sorry. They're not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
No one's sorry. No one's sorry till they get to your grave.
Is there any word from Lock, Stock, and Barrel, Miss McQueen?
Not yet, sir. They're still searching the sewer system.
Which is where they'll be keeping Sloop, I imagine. I only pray that when we meet in heaven, she can find it in the vastness of her heart to forgive me.
Giving up on me so soon, Daddy?
What?
Miss Gladwell, what an unexpected surprise.
Is there any other kind?
Oh, darling. Thank God you're safe.
Not safe yet, Daddy, but I will be. Soon all the people of this land will be safe.
Well, most of us, anyway. It's all over, Caldwell. We've come to take you away.
Take me away, but to where?
To the same place you sent young Bobby.
And old so-and-so.
And all those who wouldn't or couldn't meet their criminal fee hikes.
Seize him.
What? What is the meaning of this, oh darling?
I planned the revolution, Daddy. And as for you, I think it's time you join the expat community in Urinetown.
You're making a terrible mistake, oh darling. You need me more than you know.
All we need now, Daddy, is freedom. For the people.
And love?
Oh yes, and love.
Well, that's what I thought too, Hope, darling, before the stink years, but worldwide ecological devastation has a way of changing a man. You're too young, Hope, darling, to understand, but there's more to life than love. Food, water, and shelter, for example.
And piles and piles of cash.
It wasn't just cash, Miss Pennywise. It was an awful lot of cash. So long, power.
Mr. Clutch.
So long, money.
Oh, well,
I'm the bunny this time round.
remember when our nights were starry?
Aren't you sorry?
I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry, just unsound.
Take him away.
I regret nothing, you hear me? Nothing! Sure, I might have been a terrible father and a cruel and vicious man, but I took the pee off the streets and the water in the ground, you hear me? The water in the ground! Ah! Ah!
Today marks the first day of an age of compassion and the right to do whatever you like, whenever you like, with whomever you like, in whatever location you like. Today marks the final day of an age of fear, an age that lasted far too long. Today marks the first day of a new age. A new age of hope. I see a river flowing for freedom. I see a river just in view. I see a river flowing for freedom. I see a river straight and true. Come to the river flowing for justice. Come to the river rendezvous. Come to the river flowing for justice. All for the people, me and you.
Well, as you guessed, Hope took over her father's company, instituting a series of reforms that opened up the bathrooms to all the people, to pee for free whenever they liked, wherever they liked, as much as they liked, with whomever they liked. The UGC was renamed the Bobby Strong Memorial Toilet Authority and was operated as a public trust for the benefit of the public.
Officer Watson, where'd you go?
Just keeping my head down, little Sally. Something you should learn how to do.
But aren't you scared the rebels will see you?
Oh, I may be a cop, but I'm also the narrator, so they can't touch me. Not if they want the show to end.
So many people peeing at will. Thanks to the rebellion, the world is a much better place. Actually, Miss Gladwell, your father commissioned a study of water consumption. My father was a tyrant! We need never fear him again. Justice is the only tyrant we need obey.
Sisters and brothers, fight for the river.
Fathers and mothers, babies too. All in the family, push toward the river. Shout toward the river, why don't you?
Step in the river, wade in the river, soak in the river, through and through. Once in the river, you are the river. Friends on the shoreline, jump into.
Of course, it wasn't long before the water turned silty, brackish, and then disappeared altogether. As harsh as Caldwell v. Cladwell was, his measures effectively regulated water consumption, sparing this town the same fate as the phantom Urinetown. Hope chose to ignore the warning signs, however, preferring to bask in the people's love for as long as it lasted.
What kind of musical is this? The good guys finally take over and then everything just starts falling apart.
Like I said, little Sally, this isn't a happy musical.
But the music's so happy.
Yes, little Sally, yes it is.
Such a favor. If only I had a cool, tall glass of water, maybe I'd have a fighting chance. But don't you see, Mrs. Strong? The glass of water is inside of you. It always has been. It has? Of course it has. Don't you know what you are? A river? That's right. We all are. I am the river, you are the river. He is the river, she is too. All are the river, flowing for freedom, flowing for justice. Let's review. We see a river flowing for freedom. We see a river just in view. We see a river flowing for freedom. We see a river straight and true.
I don't think too many people are gonna come see this musical, Officer Watson.
Why do you say that, little Sally? You don't think people want to be told that their way of life is unsustainable?
That and the title's awful. Can't we do a happy musical next time?
If there is a next time, I'm sure we can. Well, That's our story. Hope eventually joined her father in a manner not quite so gentle. Miss McQueen opened a bottling factory in Brasilia that did quite well until the Amazon dried up. Then she moved. As for the people of this town, well, they did as best they could. But they were prepared for the world they inherited, weaned as they were on the legend born of their founding father's scare tactics. For when the water finally dried up, they recognized their town for the first time for what it truly was, what it was always waiting to be.